They're being exposed every day to a witch's brew of toxins. These chemicals were invented during the Second World War as a nerve gas by the Nazis to use against people. And it was only after the war it was realized that these chemicals that would kill people can also kill insects. And there's a long, long list of health problems that result. The Environmental Protection Agency has estimated that 20,000 farm workers every year.
In the 60s, they used some of the worst pesticides. So because of farm runoff, Lake Apopka became very polluted, and it just kept getting worse. The pollution on the lake became its most prominent feature.
By 1998, the lake became one of the most toxic sites in the United States, on the verge of ecological collapse.
Community is located in Central Florida and sits on a 1,900-acre property called Bella Collina. It was designed to hold up to 800 homes overlooking a gorgeous golf course and a beautiful Tuscan-style clubhouse. Now, on paper, this development sounded like it would be the perfect residential golf community. In reality, it's turned into a nightmare and a living symbol of the economic crisis our country is now in. Rich Lerner has the story.
The heady days of the 90s real estate boom saw an explosion in the construction of residential golf course resorts. From 96 openings in 1990, more than double that by Century's close. These communities were seen as foolproof investments, but now, since the bubble burst, many have turned into ghost towns.
There is no community like home. All the trappings of wealth are here, but none of the reality of it.
Stephen's stuck in the nightmare. Can't sell his house. Can't afford to live anywhere else. He's got this massive noose around his neck.
It's actually managed to make my life a misery. We may have a lovely home, but the truth of the matter is, the home is not what it's valued at. I should never have been paying the sort of money that I got involved with. And I live in a ghost town.
When the lots at Bella Collina were released for sale in the spring of 2004, they set a Florida real estate record, an unprecedented sellout of 373 home sites for $174 million, each, it seemed, guaranteed to flip with a savvy real estate investor. This man did not want to be identified for this story, but he agreed to talk to Gulf in America as a real estate consultant who has owned Ginn properties in the past.
801 lots in total for sale.
How many will fall out?
750 lots were bought in 2 days.
These lots were developed and released by real estate tycoon Bobby Ginn and his Ginn communities. Now Ginn and his people are accused of failing to complete the Bella Collina development.
We promised a world-class equestrian centre, soccer fields, tennis courts, riding trails, bike trails, boat docks. There's going to be everything here for the rich and famous. Never happened. All we have is a golf course and a clubhouse. It's incredible the way they launched these properties, the way they marketed these properties. But it's all built online. There are people who don't want this story to get out. It could potentially cost them their freedom.
Ginn and his associates are being accused of executing an elaborate price-fixing scheme and possibly defrauding investors at Bella Collina.
The interior lots was selling for $277,000 at the launch. One lot stood out in particular, sold for $7,800. That sale was actually 2 lots, but they recorded one sale as going through $7,800 on the other sale at $1. The lakefront lot was always recorded as $1. They knew the lakefront lots were going to take care of themselves, the interior lot was up recorded at a higher figure. They were used on comps by the appraisers to get these lots from 277,000 to up to 1.2 million. That lot that was bought for 1.2 million is going to sell today for about $60,000.
Ginn salesmen reached out to many prominent names in the golf community, including Champions Tour player and Golf Channel commentator Mark Lyon.
Why are you doing this for me? Why you cut me a $500,000 break on this? Well, because you are a high-profile person in the golf business. We think that you would be great for this community. If you decided to not hold on to the lot and wanted to sell it, the salesman said, I can flip the lot to you and I make 10% commission. Then if you sell it tomorrow for $500,000 more, I get 10% commission more on that number. You know, it was like, wow, is that what having my name involved in this is worth? He said, yeah, that's what we feel it's worth at this stage.
Lyon not only bought a lot at Bella Collina, he compounded his investment by also building a home in hopes of making the property more attractive for resale.
Because after paying on the lot for all this time, it was about 9 or 10 months, and not having even a nibble on the lot, they had said, well, we have a way that you can get out of the lot, build a house, and not put any money down on the house, or even pay on the lot. I said, okay, that's pretty creative.
Creative, yes, but successful? Hardly. 3 years later, Mark Lyon is still stuck with his property. Little chance of getting out from under it.
It's hard to believe everything we see here was a lie. We were told we could make $300,000 overnight, that it was a bargain, and we'd be fools not to purchase it.
We were told that people would be able to, that we would be able to actually resell if we wanted to prior to closing. But they said that we should really wait a year because values would be escalating. They're incredible.
We're standing in front of our empty lot. It has been on the market for 4 years. It never did sell. And I would be happy to get $70,000 today for it.
Property prices in Florida as a whole have dropped 30%, 35% even. That's a lot. But within the Ginn community, for property prices to, on the whole, have dropped 90%, begs the question, what is it? This place could only have been overpriced in the first place.
The appraisal wasn't the scam. The appraisals and the bank people, along with the Ginn organization, several of the salespeople were involved in turning and flipping lots and setting up shell companies.
A spokesman from Ginn Resorts told Golf in America that it's unfortunate that the massive decline in the real estate market has caused property values to plummet, adding that they will vigorously defend themselves against the claims levied in this story, and that Ginn Resorts has built communities that will be ready for buyers when they return to the market. Those words, however, have very little meaning to those people already invested at Bella Collina.
I think Bobby Ginn belongs in jail.
These guys were experts at conning the public.
Justice needs to happen for the reason being that we don't want him to do the same thing again. He's now planning to develop other projects with new financial partners. And the same thing's going to happen again. More people are going to lose money. Ginn won't stop unless somebody stops it.